He was a high-profile English Premier League striker in the 1990s for both Liverpool and Aston Villa, and set a new British transfer record when he joined the former from Derby County. Dean was capped 75 times. I'll say that again, 75 caps for Wales. That's an applause itself. Between 1986 and 2001, scoring 22 times, making him one of the nation's highest scoring and most capped players of all time. Following his retirement from playing in 2001, he's entered football coaching and then management, firstly of non-league Wrexham, and since then at Doncaster Rovers, Wolves, College Town and Chesterfield. He also regularly appears on BBC and Sky as a football pundit. I give you Mr. Dean Saunders!
You said I was English there, didn't you? You said English centre forward. Welsh I am. Can't call me English. Taxi driver called me a sheepshagger on the way in. Well, it's nice to be here. I was on TalkSport this morning, and that's my new job, actually. I'm playing football. I played for all them clubs. I played football all my life. Never thought of anything else. Become a manager, and now this morning I'm working with Alan Brazil. I only go in to make myself feel fit. He's like 25 stone, head like a beetroot. He's limping with his left knee, and he's exactly like you think he is, pissed most mornings. And you know, like, he does no research whatsoever, right? My first show with Alan, so the breakfast show 6 till 10, and then Jim White 10 till 1. So I do both, and I do one on a Sunday. So I go from Alan to Jim and then back. Anyway, Alan's show, my first show with Alan, I have to go down the night before, stay in a hotel, get up at 4 o'clock, and I was walking down, it's pitch black, I was walking down Hatfields Road, where it's like by London Bridge, and I was thinking, what am I doing? Walking down the road at 4 o'clock in the morning to go on the radio. And I get in, 4 lads on laptops, writing the show, 4 young lads, like an office. And they're sitting there. I went, morning lads, and they can't speak because it's so early. Right, Dean. I said, where's Alan? Oh, he's not in yet. I said, what time's he coming in? Oh, don't know. I said, what are we talking about today? Oh, don't know. Until Alan gets in. I said, what time's he coming in then? 5 to 6. I said, the fucking show starts at 6. He went, yeah, he comes in at 5 to 6. You know, he does no research whatsoever. Right, and he messes up. But we've got a dump button that nobody knows about with 14 seconds behind. So if anybody swears, they can cut 14 seconds out, which they took the bulb out of Alan's button. Honestly, the bulb in his button that shows the dump button, they took it out because he pressed it that many times. So, anyway, you know he messed up with Bob Monkhouse. Have you heard that story? Right? He comes on with Mike Parry, 6 o'clock in the morning, and the first fella they get on is this Richard, a journalist. All right, Richard, did you go to the football last night? No, I went to a tribute to Bob Monkhouse at the O2 Arena. And he goes, oh, what was that like? He said, oh, brilliant, a couple of good comedians there, the whole night was fantastic. He said, and Alan Brazil went, and how's Bob's health now? He went, he's fucking dead. He said, and he tried to get himself out of it. He went, well, I heard conflicting reports on that. Right, so he messes up all the time. They cut half of it out. You don't even hear it. It's hilarious, right? So anyway, I get in with him. It's 5 to 6. He comes walking in, right? Head like a tomato. He's got a rucksack on his back. Drove from Ipswich at 3 o'clock in the morning. Fully gin and tonic now. And he comes in and he goes, oh, morning. So what's fucking happening, lads, today? What's happening today? Picks the Daily Mirror up. Back page, he went, oh, right, anybody want a coffee? He goes in and makes a coffee. One of the young lads says, mate, Dean, get in the studio quick, he won't come into the other room. So I go in the studio, put the headphones on. It's all glass, right? In the studio, glass. And there's a big digital clock above the glass. All the producers are behind the glass. So I sit down, the TalkSport music's running. It's 6 minutes past 6. The show starts at 6. Right? So I'm standing there now and I'm going, shall I speak? And the producer's going, he comes walking in, Alan, right, with a lad behind him with a piece of paper. And as he sits down, he puts his earphones on. Lad puts a bit of paper in front of him. He went, welcome to the TalkSport Breakfast Show this morning. It's Alan Brazil and my co-presenter Dean Saunders, and we've got lots to talk about today, but we'll go straight over to the news with Sandy. Sandy looks nothing like a voice. Right, if you've heard Sandy, her voice sounds lovely. She looks nothing like a voice. So he goes to me, he takes his earphones off and he went, if she comes in again, tell me she's a fucking grass. I went, what do you mean? She's a grass? He went, she's a fucking grass. She'll tell the producer, she'll email the editor, pass me a cup. I've got a cup of coffee that's empty. He went, what? He went, pass me a fucking cup. Bends down, under the table, brown paper bag, bottle of champagne. He goes, give me a cup. I went, I can't fucking drink that. It's like 6 o'clock in the morning. He went, come on, it's fucking, we're here for 4 hours. It's fucking boring. He's been doing it 17 years. You can imagine, can you? Anyway, the producer goes, right lads, you can hear him come through. Right lads, we're going straight over. And he's like that. Alan's going like that. Not phoning. It's a phone in, right? He likes talking to his mates like Mpox, Rupert Bell. He gets all his mates on. He has a chat with them. 8 phone-ins. So the producer's going like this. He goes, what are we fucking doing that for? We're doing a phone-in. He goes, it's 6 o'clock. What are we doing the phone-in for? He goes, come on. He goes, Dave, I can't believe this. We're doing the fucking phone. We've got Julie on the line. This is true, honestly, right? We've got Julie on the line. She's an Arsenal fan. He goes, hi, Julie. How are you this morning? She goes, hi, Alan. Hi, Dean. I'm an Arsenal fan and I'm loving it at the minute. You know, Sanchez is playing out of his skin. He's my favourite player. And I'm down there all the time. I'm loving it at the minute. He goes, have you got a season ticket, Julie? She goes, yeah, I've got a season ticket. And I go to most games. But, Alan, it's not the reason I've come on the radio this morning. The problem I've come on pretending I'm going to talk about the football, but I've got a problem in my life. Alan's going, I've gone out to know. He's come out to the producer, Al, he's gone. What's the problem, Julie? What's the problem? She goes, what it is, my daughter wants to go to Magaluf with her 4 friends. And I said no. He goes, well, how old is she? She went, she's 21. 21? Well, you know, I've got daughters myself, 21, she's not 17, 18. Sometimes you've got to let them spread their wings. She goes, yeah, but Alan, she's never left my side since she was a baby, and she's never been abroad before, and this was 5 days ago. I said no, and I've not seen her for 5 days. She's totally disappeared off the face of the earth. I'm worried sick. I've come on pretending to talk about Arsenal, but my daughter has disappeared, and I don't know where she is. And he goes, well, instead of being sympathetic, he went, well, I told you, didn't I? They go the other way, honey. Girls that age, they can go the other way. And that's what she's done. Yeah, but Alan, there's something I haven't told you. She's deaf. We've both gone, oh. Well, he goes, Julie, I didn't realise that. That changes everything. The 4 girls she's gone with, can they look after a girl with that sort of, problem? Oh, they're good girls. She went, they're good girls, but I've asked them and they don't know where she is either. He goes, well, what's her name, Julie? She went, Claire. He went, Claire, if you're listening out there, I'm with your mother, she's worried to death about you. She's deaf, Alan. He goes, well, you know what I mean, figure of speech. If anybody's seen Claire out there, can you ring in? Her mother's worried to death about you. Anyway, that's what I'm up against every morning. So, I enjoy working with him, he's brilliant, Alan. That was dumped, by the way. The 14-second went on that one. But all the clubs I played at, and I played for some great clubs, and I was lucky, right, because I got a free transfer when I was 19. And I'd done my cruise ship when I was 17, so I didn't play for 2 years. And when I got back fit, I got released by John Bond, manager of Swansea. So to play for the clubs I played, and to play as long as I did, till I was 37, if you'd have asked me when I was 19, I just thought I was going to end up I ended up selling cars or something when I got released, but I ended up, you need a bit of luck, you need a bit of talent, and you need a bit of determination. And I must have had the lot. But nothing prepares you for being a manager. My first job, right, was, I was assistant with Graham Souness. He signed me, like Graham signed me at Liverpool, then he signed me at Galatasaray, and he signed me at Benfica, sold me to Aston Villa, but signed me for 3 clubs, and then he took me to Blackburn as coach, and I went to Newcastle as coach, assistant manager. So the day we left Newcastle, the chairman of Wrexham, non-league, asked me to be the manager of Wrexham. Could I help? I stupidly said yeah. Right, so I've gone in there, and I thought everybody was professional until I got there, and I realised they're not. And with Michael Owen, Alan Shearer, Nicky Butt, Bellamy, Shay Given, next day, I'm manager of Wrexham. So our first game is against Stevenage, right? And Graham Wesley's the manager of Stevenage, and it's just a long ball team. They kick the ball as far as they can. They've got the biggest team you've ever seen in your life. The back 4 are all 6'5", 2 midfield players 6'6". Kick it into the corner flags, wait for a throw-in or a corner. Up they come, the 6 of them in your box. The back 4 have scored 25 goals between them. At Christmas, it's only Christmas, I swear, they're top of the league and they got 25 goals between them, the back 4. Mark Roberts, John Ashton, Ronnie Henry, Scott Led. I'll never forget it. That's the back 4. Vincenti and Boswell in front of them. That's the 6 that come in your box. So Brian Kerry, my assistant, it's my first game now as manager of Wrexham, right? It's my first game as a manager. So I say to Brian, I've had a look at the situation this week. Stevenage, all they've got set plays. He went, right, what are you thinking? I said, well, just work on the set plays all week. Got to get them right. He went, when are you thinking you're doing that? I said, Monday, all the way through to Saturday. He went, you want to get your fucking head around this. You're not with Michael Owen and all them now. You tell this lot anything on Monday, they fucking forgot by Tuesday. I said, what do you mean? He goes, that's why they're there. There's something wrong with all of them. I mean, what do you mean? He said they can't retain information. It's a massive problem for them. They can't remember fuck all. Your best bet, tell them on Friday, and you've got an outside chance of remembering I said, you winding me up? He went, no. I said, I took the wrong fucking job here or something. He went, yeah, but you're here now, let's try and fucking get a winning. So what are we going to do all week? He went, well, I don't know. We'll do something else. I'll tell you what, he said, let's have a game of giving the ball away. You're fucking brilliant at it. So I went, oh, so we trained. Friday morning, I'm in my office. This is what management does to you, right? Football management, this is what it does. I'm happy-go-lucky normally. Even as assistant, you're happy-go-lucky and you have to pick players up. You're not the manager. I like magic, Graham Souness, nailing you. I'm having to pick them up. So I'm now the manager though. So Friday comes along, I'm in my office at Wrexham. There's no windows in my office. It's a tiny little office. And I'm sat there at 10:25, Friday morning, we're playing the top of the league tomorrow. I'm writing all the set plays down. All I'm thinking about all week is the set plays. I've wrote them down. Scott Led goes round the back, Roberts blocks, near post. Looked at my watch. I went, right, walked into the canteen, all the players are sat in there. I went, right lads, let's get out training then. Brian says to me, have you seen the fucking rain out there? It's pissing down. You know the weather girl, the umbrella's going inside out. It's one of them days. I've looked out the window, it's pissing down. He went, you can't do set plays out there today. It's pissing down. I went, Brian, I told you we should have done it on Monday. What are we going to do? He said, do it in the office on the DVD. I said, I've got a DVD player. He said, I'll go over there. They're only 25 quid. I'll get a DVD player. So I've gone in the cupboard and I found Brian Flynn's projector from 1948. Brian's come back, we've connected it up, it's only working. Right, so I've got it on a magnolia wall, not even white. And I say, right, I've gone, right lads, bring a chair out the canteen, bring it in my office. You can't get 10 people in my office, right? I've got to get 20 of them in the office. So as they're walking in, they're going, morning, Gaffer. I've gone, morning Steve, how are you? Move your chair right across, get everyone in, move across. So they're all coming in. Never forget it for the rest of my life. Christian Smith, 6'5", good in the air, good in that box, heads them out of our box and heads them in from set plays. Great left foot, thick as shit. Comes walking in, this is true, right? He's got a chair in this hand, and in the other hand, you've seen them cream cakes that look like hot dogs? A fresh cream cake. Like a hot dog with white cream, with a red bit of jam on the middle. He's got half of it in his mouth, and it's all on his nose, the cream, and on his cheeks, and the other half in his hand. So I've double taked him as I've gone, what? Please, that's not cream cake, is it? Christian, please tell me you are not eating a cream cake at 10:25, we're training in 5 minutes. He went, what's wrong? I went, what's wrong with that? I said, you taking the piss? I said, we're training in 5 minutes. We're playing Chocolate League tomorrow. You eating a cream cake? Well, what are you playing at? And he went, what's wrong? So I looked at Brian, who was in the front row. I went, Brian. I didn't know what to say. I went, Brian, he's eating a cream cake. And Brian went, Christian, get out of the room. You idiot. He said, how unprofessional is that, eating a cream cake? We're training in 5 minutes. Get out of the room. He said, by the way, forget tomorrow, you're not playing anyway. Get out. Get out. Just get out. And as he's walking out the room, he's shaking his head, eating a cream cake. I've now gone from being in a good mood at 10:25. I've got the hump because he's eating a cream cake, and now he's walking out the meeting, and the meeting was just for him. He was the only one who could edit. So he's ruined the meeting as well now, right? So he's walking out and thinking, well, this is a waste of time without him being here. So I went, Christian, just as he was about to walk out, I went, do you think you've done nothing wrong? He went, what's wrong? I went, so I thought of something quick. I went, can you imagine Michael Owen walking through Alex Ferguson's team meeting this morning, they're playing Chelsea tomorrow, eating a cream cake at 10:25? What do you think Fergie would say to Michael Owen? He went, well, you can say whatever you fucking like to me. I'm never going to be as good as fucking Michael Owen. The answer had nothing to do with the question. This gets worse. He's that thick, right? So I've gone, lads, forget it. Head's gone now. I went, lads, forget the meeting. Out you go. Get out on the training pitch. Forget it. Forget it. So I haven't even played the game. My head's gone. They've all walked out. Me and Brian left in the room. I went, Brian, I'm resigning. I'm not having that. I've never seen anything like that in my career. Eating a cream cake Friday morning. I can't believe what I'm seeing. He went, I told you, there's something fucking wrong with all of them. Be somebody else tomorrow. Be somebody else, honestly. They're all like that. There's something wrong with all of them. I said, well, I'm resigning. He went, come on, get your wet top on. Let's get out there, get them sorted. We'll win tomorrow. And we'll move on to a proper club. So I walked out on the training pitch, all the way out, I moaned all the way out. I was going, fucking joke, Brian, I've never seen that, he's not playing. He goes, no, he's not playing tomorrow, we won't pick him, fucking leave him out, he's never playing again. So the players are warming up round the pitch with the fitness coach, jogging round the outside of the pitch. And me and Brian are stood in the rain, in the technical area, and we're just moaning. I'm going like, fucking joke, Brian. Anyway, as the players are run past, Andy Mangan, striker, scored 15 goals, cheeky scouser. He breaks out the warm-up and he runs past me and Brian on purpose. And as he runs past, he goes, that was a bit fucking harsh this morning, Gaffer, on Christian, wasn't it? I went, stop, come back. I said, what'd you say? He went, that was a bit fucking harsh, wasn't it? On Christian in the meeting this morning. I said, harsh? That tells me a lot about you. If you think it's all right with a cream cake Friday morning, that tells me you must think there's something wrong with you. He went, no, Gaffer, you've got it all wrong. He was the only one that hadn't finished. We'd all fucking eaten ours. It's his birthday. What chance have I got? They'd all had one. Anyway, my playing career, I went Swansea, released, Brighton, on trial, got a contract, 60 quid a week. Brighton to Oxford, Oxford to Derby for £1 million. Robert Maxwell owned both clubs, and then Arthur rang me one night. I was 3 years with Arthur, like a sergeant major. He made me think about what I was doing. My dad gave me determination. Arthur sort of made me think. He made me run, really. The harder I ran, the more goals I scored, and I used to believe every word he said. And then one night he said to me, listen, the chairman's been nicking everybody's pension money. He's put you up for sale. All bids in June the 5th it was. So June the 4th, Graham Souness rings me, manager of Liverpool. I'm going to sign you. Don't sign for anybody else. Don't tell anybody about this conversation. I'm not getting involved in that tomorrow. But make sure you come to me before you sign for anyone. Okay. My dad played for Liverpool for 12 years. I got transferred to Swansea. I was brought up with all the Liverpool stuff, Billy Little and all that. So I used to read the cut-ins my dad had in his wardrobe. So next day, Arthur rings me, 11 o'clock in the morning. Dean, Howard Kendall's been on the phone. He's bid 2.9 million for you. It's a British record transfer. I said, all right, does he want to speak to me? He went, yeah, 11 o'clock, Holiday Inn, junction 15 of the M6. So I went, my agent, Kevin Mason, looks like Robbie Coltrane. He's a ringer, 28 stone. So we get there, Howard Kendall, cut a long story short, Howard Kendall sat me down, the waiter brought a bottle of wine over, and he poured a full bottle of wine in a pint glass, 2 sips, gone. Drunk a pint of wine, forgot to offer me a contract, he was that pissed. And he kept referring to this contract, and he never offered me. He said, that's the best contract I've ever offered anybody. And I had to go along with it. I was going, yeah. He said, are you happy with that, Dean? I said, yeah. You think your wife will be happy with it? I said, yeah. So I go outside and I said to Kevin, did he fucking make you an offer when I went to the toilet? I went, no, I thought the same about you. I said, is that best? He said, you better phone Arthur. So I was outside, get in the car, I went, Arthur, I spoke to Howard Kendall. I said, I can't sign for Everton, he's not made me an offer. He went, right, don't worry about that. While you're on the phone, Brian Clough's been on. He's bid 2.9 million for you as well, Nottingham Forest. I don't know. Oh, Brian Clough. I went, does he want to speak to me? He went, yeah, 4 o'clock, Alan Hill's house, A52, Nottingham. Some of you heard this, all right? I live in Derby. It's 12 miles to Alan Hill's house in Nottingham. So I go, 4 o'clock, picture the scene, 3-bedroom detached house, bay window at the front, walk through the front door, kitchen, turn left, you're in the lounge. 3-piece suite there. So imagine this is the lounge. Patio doors there to the best garden you've ever seen in your life, at the back. 3-piece suite, and he's knocked the wall through up this end, you've got another 3-piece suite. So we get to the front door, knock the door, Archie Gemmell, first team coach, Alan Hill, greet me and Kevin at the front door. Coming in, lads, the gaffer's just left the ground, he'll be here in 5 minutes. So we go in, sit down on the settee, up that end. Do you want a cup of tea? Kev, cup of tea? Yeah, I'll have a cup of tea. Gaffer will be here now in a minute. I looked out the window and went, that's a nice garden. Honestly, it's the best garden you've ever seen. Hanging baskets, pots, flowers, striped up grass. Like, it was unbelievable, the garden. And he went, oh, pride and joy, son. Every penny I've got I spend out there. Next thing, Brian Clough, here's the gaffer. He comes walking through the front door. I was shitting myself. Green sweatshirt on, white shorts, white socks, white trainers, blotchy cheeks. So he comes in, I stand up with Kevin, and he goes, comes over to me, he went, young man, nice to meet you, son. I went, nice to meet you, Mr. Clough. Kevin, he went, son, didn't even look at him, 8 agents. So we sit back down on the settee. So he's walked now, up this end of the house, there's another 3-piece suite here. And he sits on the arm of the chair, with his head on the wall like this. For about a minute, he's like this. And all of a sudden he went, young man, can I speak to you, or do I have to speak to him to speak to you? I said, you can speak to me, Mr. Clough. He went, thank you, son, because I don't really like talking about football in front of him, because he's a fat bastard. So I burst out laughing. Kevin's not laughing. Archie Gemmell's pissing himself. He went, Arch, hang on, Arch. He might know his facts and figures, but he knows fuck all about football. Do your fatso. He's fatsoed him on top. So Kevin's still not laughing. I'm laughing at Kevin, not laughing. At this point, right, he slides off the arm of the chair onto his knees on the floor. And he sits back on his heels and he's going, oh, Arch, my fucking knees have gone. The knees have gone, shot to bits, Arch. I can't move, I can't play squash. And he rocks forward onto all fours and starts crawling now up the carpet towards me and Kevin. And halfway along he stops crawling and he went, Illy, like your carpet, son. Where'd you get that from? He went, carpet right, gaffer. How much? He went, £12.99 square yard. He went, my Barbara would fucking love that carpet. Good choice, son. And he keeps crawling. At this point, I started to work out he might be pissed as well. And I'm just sitting there laughing. And he crawls right up to me and Kevin, and he goes, oh, sits back on his heels again. Arch, I'm fucked. The knees are gone. And he looks out the window, and he sees the garden. And he went, okay now, Ellie, what a lovely garden you've got there, son. Do you like flowers, son? He said to me, do you like flowers? I went, They're all right. He went, hang on. He opens the patio doors. There's a pot outside, right? An urn with every flower he could think of coming out of it. He's trying to get his hands around the whole lot to get it out because he thinks I like flowers. Alan Hill runs up, it was like a comedy sketch. He runs up behind him, he went, Gaffer, no! That's my best pot. He went, Illy, you're ruining the fucking deal. Rad likes flowers. Give him some out of the flower bed. Don't ruin that. So he crunches through these flowers, bends down, picks a handful of purple heather up. And he goes, I fucking love flowers, young man. Smell that, son? Comes to me, and I went, British record transfer this, by the way. Nice, yeah, nice. He went, put some in your pocket, son. Put some in my jacket pocket, puts the rest down his shorts. Now, young man, you like flowers? Do you like Frank? I went, Frank who? He went, Frank Sinatra. I went, he's all right. He went, Illy, put Frank on. He likes Frank Sinatra, get him on. My Kind of Town, Chicago comes on, right? So the song comes on, My Kind of Town, Chicago. Illy, press pause, pause, pause. Young man, get your fucking mic out. I went, what do you mean? He went, get your fucking mic out, come on. I went, what do you mean? He went, get your mic out. They can all sing Where You Come From, you little sheepshagger. So I pulled the flowers out. He's got the flowers out of his shorts. As his mic, he sings the song all the way through. I'm singing the chorus. And every time he comes on, he goes, sing. I was going to Chicago. Sings the song all the way through, finishes. He goes, right, now, you like flowers, you like Frank. Big question for you, young man. Do you like me? I had to say yes. I said, yeah, I want to sign for you, Mr. Clough. He went, Illy, bring the contract. He fucking loves me. The deal's done. Kevin, my agent, hasn't said a word. Schoolboy error opens his mouth. He went, Mr. Clough, there's a few things we need to discuss before you've got him. Hang on. Who said you could speak, you fat bastard? Illy, take this fat bastard out in that lovely garden out there. Off your pop, son. We're talking about football, you know fuck all about it. Out you go, out you go. Shuts the patio doors behind him. He went, son, you're going to have to get yourself another agent. I said, why? He said, look at the fucking size on him. I said, he's my mate. He said, your mate? He'd eat everything in your fucking fridge. So he goes, right, Arch, that's it, let's get the contract signed. He went, Gaffer, we've not discussed it, we were waiting for you. He went, what have you been fucking doing? He said, waiting for you. He said, Arch, get this young man to sign for me in the next 5 minutes. I don't care what it costs. So we go outside, little patio table and chairs. Archie sits there, I sit there. Cloughie sits down, he went, Arch, get him to sign the contract now. Get it done, sits down like that. Archie says, Dean, right. I know you spoke to Everton this morning. Whatever you do, don't be swayed by the money. He went, Arch, gotta stop you there, son. I fucking would be. Carry on. Arch is gone. And Nigel, the gaffer's son, he's a great player. He'll make you 20 goals a season on his own. He went, gotta stop you again there, Arch. I'm going to tell Al Nigel what you've said. He'll love that, thank you. Carry on. Archie said, Gaffer, I've got to be honest, we've not discussed the limit we can go to, me and you. He went, Arch. He likes flowers. He likes Frank. He fucking loves me. He doesn't want any money, do you, son? I thought, how can I get out of this fucking house as well? I said, no, I don't want any money. He went, that's it, that deal's done. Arch, bring that fat bastard in here, tell him, son, he doesn't want fuck all. What a good lad. Signing for nothing, don't need you. So I went, Mr. Clough, I've got to tell my wife. It's like, she was my girlfriend when I got a free transfer when I was 18, and I've got it's a British record transfer. Family man, like that, gets me in a headlock. Hit me on the head with his knuckles, sign for me, little sheepshagger, sign for me, get yourself home to your wife, and throws me out the front door, fatso, get him home to his wife. So I get outside, Kevin goes, absolute disgrace. Talking to me like shit like that, calling me a fat bastard. Unbelievable. I said, you Premier League managers pissed us a British record transfer, I can't believe it, you're not signing for them. I said, pull over here, lay by, pull over. I pulled over, I spoke, Arthur, I spoke to Brian Clough. I'll have to tell you what happened when I seen you, but I ain't saying. Say nothing, speak to your wife, speak to your dad, phone me in the morning, sleep on it. Put the phone down, drove home, get to my house in Duffield, Derbyshire. Kevin drives off, I walk in the kitchen. My wife's in the kitchen, I went, oh my God, you won't believe what's happened to me today. She went, what? She went, so, pointed to my lounge. I walked in the kitchen, looked in my lounge, who's on my three-piece suite with his arm around my mother-in-law, who's got a bouquet of flowers. Andy's brought the pot from the garden. Swear, Brian Clough. He owns my house, he knew where I lived. And he got home before me. And my wife's got a bouquet of flowers as well. And my mother-in-law went, ah, Dean, what a nice man, you got to sign for him. And as you can gather, I signed for Liverpool. And I won the FA Cup, first year. I watched it on the TV, I was talking about it this morning, watching the TV like you have. And we won the cup, and I couldn't believe I was playing in it. I got a free transfer 5 minutes. Felt like 5 minutes earlier. Best thing I ever won, first thing I ever won. And then Graham sold me to Aston Villa. Ron Atkinson. Have you seen Kes? The film Kes? That's Ron, right? It was his ball. Every day. He played in training every day. He had 6 sausage sandwiches for breakfast, towel around his neck, cup of tea. He played right wing every day. Training was designed for him. He had first pick. And it was his ball, right? Honestly, no tactics. Hilarious every day, right? And I wrote down 18 funny stories about Ron, and I ain't got time to tell you all of them, but I can tell you a couple of classics. 1993 Cup final, Man United against Aston Villa. They got the best team you've ever. When I name that Man United's team, you're going to say, how have they ever lost? Right? They've got a brilliant team, and Ron's got to convince us that we can beat them. So we're at the Grosvenor Hotel in London. We're playing in the cup final at 3 o'clock. It's 1 o'clock, and we're in a room like this. And Ron had the whiteboard. He used to have that white clipboard, and every week we're at the same meeting. Everybody on that team used to put the opposition's team on the board. We're either shit or average, right? So we used to have this fast meeting every week. Same meeting every week. So he's now leaning on the board. It's a cup final, right? So Jim Walker, Jim Barron, Jim Paul. Kitman, physio, and assistant manager, all Jims, 3 of them. And they always got a mention, one, and none of them knew which one he was on about. It was hilarious. So he goes, right, Jim, is everybody in the room? Jim was on the door there. He went, yes, Gaffer, everyone's in the room. And someone always come in late. As he sat every week without fail, and Jim had a different excuse every week. He went, sorry Gaffer, didn't see him behind the pillar. So he goes, right, yes, fucking hell Jim, I've got to start again. Hey, Man United, cup final, live on TV. Wish I was playing. Probably should be playing. Can't pick myself, but I would if I could. If I haven't picked you today, I can only apologise, but if I picked you, let's have a look at what we're up against. In goals, he's got their team written here, right? In goals, Les Sealey. Dean, where are you? I went here. He went, drops everything. Shots, crosses, following. You get a tap in, live on TV, for free, and it'll all be down to me. As I told you. He fucking drops everything. Right back, Paul Parker. Distribution, lads, absolutely fucking appalling. Let him have it. He's that bad on the ball, he'll give it back to us. Left back, Dennis Irwin. Let's be honest, lads, he's Mr. fucking average. He's not bad. He's in the right place at the right time, but when you try and name these two teams in 10 years, he's the one you can't fucking remember. Ordinary. Centre backs, Steve Bruce, Gary Pallister. These two, pedestrian. They're fucking slower than me. If you can't run them during that big pitch, I'll show my arse in Woolworth window on Monday morning. We're all nudging each other now, it's getting worse, isn't it? Right? Into midfield. Midfield, Paul Ince and Roy Keane. He goes, let's be honest lads, these two, Ince and Keane, they can run, they can tackle, they can score a goal, they can hit a pass. What they don't fucking realise is, I've got out of my bed at 7 o'clock this morning, I've been up to the stadium, I've had a look at the pitch, and the grass is too fucking long for them. They're like dribbling with it. You won't see them two. Don't worry about them two today, by the way. And in the wide areas, Andrei Kanchelskis and Ryan Giggs. We're all going, here we go. How's he going to get out of this one? Steve Staunton, where are you? He went, here, gaffer. He went, Stan, Kanchelskis, on his day, he's that quick he can catch pigeons. And he starts making it up. You can tell he's making it up now. Right? He goes, so don't keep letting him go outside you and cross it, Steve. Get him inside. Get him into traffic. Show him in field. Get him. When he comes inside, Paul McGrath, you're the first defender. When he comes in there, smash him. And on the left, Ryan Giggs. Earl Barrett, where are you? He went, here, gaffer. He went, Ryan Giggs, Earl, give him time and space, he can destroy anybody. Don't give him any. So we're all going, here we go. How's he going to go? It gets worse now. How's he going to go with this one? And up the front, Eric Cantona and Mark Hughes. He goes, lads, up the front, Cantona and Hughes. Let's be honest, we can fucking beat these. And we did. That was his tactics. Swear, we beat them 3-1. I scored a penalty in the last minute, and we beat them 3. That was his tactics to beat Man United. And I'm still wondering to this day whether it's genius or it's just. Before I go, the week before, imagine this. This is where all the damage was done. A week before, we're playing Oldham at home. It's 0-0 at half-time, shocking performance at Villa Park, and you're walking into the dressing room at half-time. Ron has got he's got his foot on the skip. If he had his foot on the skip, which all the kit was in, he's like this. So imagine you're walking in at half-time, and all you see is the manager shaking his head. You think, oh fucking hell, here we go. He's gonna batter us here. So lads go, Jim, you got any tie-ups? Change your shirt, to all of a sudden it goes quiet in the dressing room. He goes, Jim, is everybody in? Jim goes, yeah, everyone's in, gaffer. Tell you what, Jim, it's that bad, I don't know where to fucking start. That performance, Jim, is that fucking bad, I don't know where to start. Do me a fucking favour. 42,000 people out there, Jim. You serve that shit up to them. They've been working all day. Season ticket holders, working all day. Cup final next week, Jim. We'll get fucking hammered. Man United next week playing like that. Jim, it's that bad. I don't know where to start. He's walking around. We're all, keep your head down. Everyone's looking at the floor, whatever you do. Jim, is it that bad, or is it me? Jim went, it's bad, gaffer. He went, thanks, Jim. Thought it was me. Tell you what, Jim. Tell you what. Give me some fucking hope, Jim. Show me a player that deserves to play next week in a cup final for that performance. Give me some hope, because I don't know what to do. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to do. He went, oh, we've got some good players, gaffer. Jim's got a problem now, hasn't he? He goes, where? Where? Not past tense. Now. Show me a good player. Now. I can pick next week. He went, oh, we've got some good players there, gaffer. I ain't seen it, Jim. I ain't fucking seen it. Next thing, Bosnich, the goalkeeper, he goes, that was it, wasn't it? He went, what'd you fucking say? He went, I never said anything. He said, yes, you fucking did. You jumped up, Ozzy. He said, by the way, don't answer me back. Ever again. He said, I never answered you back. He said, yes, you did. You fucking jumped up, Ozzy. He said, by the way, I was watching Sky Sports the other night. The cricket was on. That Shane Warne, he's an arrogant bastard as well. I don't know that where you come from. I've got a fucking good idea. Instead of answering me back, when you kick the ball, try and keep it in fucking Birmingham. That might fucking happen. He's our biggest problem, Jim. Kicking the ball out of play every time he fucking gets it. Next to him, the right back, so we're all sat like this. Right back, Earl Barrett, he went, and you? Pick for England by Terry Venables, do me a favour. I hope he's got stuck in traffic and he's missed that 45 fucking minutes you just played that. He'll never play again. Jim, give me that shirt. Give me that shirt. Gives him an Aston Villa shirt. He went, see that, Earl? claret and blue. Try and pass to one of them coloured fucking shirts. Unbelievable, Joe. Fucking unbelievable. Next to him, Sean Teal, Paul McGrath, the centre-backs. I've now worked out he's going round the room. So you know, we've all had it, even on Sunday League. The manager's going round the room, I'm thinking, he's going to hammer me, he's coming round to me. And don't say anything back to him, because he's going to leave me out the cup final. Daley Atkinson, my partner, who's on the end, great player, no longer with us, Dalian, but I'll remember Dalian as being hilarious in the dressing room. Great player, hilarious. And he had like Tourette's. Every time Ron had a go at him, he couldn't help answering him back. Right? He couldn't actually nudge him. Don't answer him back. He couldn't help himself. So I thought he'll leave him out, not me. I'm not saying anything. Whatever he says to me, I'm taking on the chin. Sean Teal's next. Sean Teal, thug. No one's filming me there, are they? I'll get jailed telling me this. Sean Teal's wife is a bigger thug than him. Carol Teal, right? She doesn't understand football. She's married Tealy after 3 weeks, and she don't know who Ron Atkinson is, and she doesn't understand how football works. Imagine your girlfriend or your wife. We lost to Chelsea 1-0 the week before. She's rung Ron at his house Saturday night. His head's boiling, we've lost. Hi Ron, it's Carol. Carol who? Carol Teal, Sean's wife. Right, Carol, what can I do for you? You're a bit upset. Why did you have a go at my Sean after the game? I thought he played well. She fucking told me to ring me, the mouse. No, I'm the fucking manager, Carol. He comes in, Ron, he tells everybody, she's doing his head in. Ron, you said the players are off on Thursday. Now you've got them in because you're sulking because they've lost. What am I supposed to do with the kids? She's doing his head in, right? So it comes to the head on this night. He went, and see you. And you, he went, and you. Tell your missus to never ever ring my fucking phone again. He said, you haven't won a header, not won a challenge, 45 minutes. He said, by the way, is she in the Players Lounge? He went, yeah. He went, go and get her. She's fucking better than you, at least she's got a pair of bollocks. Paul McGrath's next. And you, apologise to your teammates. He went, sorry lads. He went, if you can't drink and play, don't fucking play. Ray Houghton's next. Ray Houghton. He went, and Ray, please tell me the rumours are not true about you. He went, what? There's a rumour going around football, Ray, that your legs have gone. I've just paid 2.3 million for it. Please tell me that rumour is not true and I've wasted all my money. He went, it's not true. He said, well, I've got to tell you, pal, and 42,000 people are going to agree with me who just watched that 45 minutes. You look like they're fucking gone. Pull your finger out or you're not playing next week. Andy Townsend, Kevin Richardson, midfield. Is there an energy crisis in the middle of midfield? I can't play you two next week against Ensign King. Jim, I'll play 2 kids. I'll play 2 kids next week. I won't play them. Unless they show me some energy, I am not playing them next week. Next to them, Dwight York. He's coming round to me, isn't he? Dwight York's there next. He went, and you, he's going out with Jordan, isn't he? Price. And you, who do you think you fucking are? Glamour models, paid 3 goods. You were selling fucking crabs on the beach in Trinidad 2 years ago. Get your feet back on the ground. I'm next. And you, when you first come to this club, you were chasing fullbacks, closing the goalkeeper down, chasing lost causes. I ain't seen it anymore. Take this on the chin. You're either trying not to get injured because of the cup final, well, don't worry about it, because you're not fucking playing. My stomach dropped. I thought, don't say nothing back. And he turned on Daley. He's on the end. He went, and you. Fucking you. Actually, I don't blame you. I blame you lot for letting him fucking get away with it. Dalian's chewing nails. I'm nudging Dalian, don't fall for it. And he's going, yeah. If I was playing in this fucking team, I would have knocked his fucking lights out a long time ago. He's killing all of you, and you're letting him get away with it. And Dalian can't resist it. He went, oh, my fault again, is it? My fault again? Right, it's your fucking fault, you lazy. Try making a run. Try closing their back 4 down. Any danger? He went, well, if that's what you think of me, shove your club up your ass. I'm not playing anymore. Took all his kit off and his boots, threw it across the room. Walked past Ron with nothing on, right, in the nude. Ron stood there and he's walked past him. I'm not fucking playing ever again. Walked in the shower, over there. So Ron's like, you know, he's thinking like that, I didn't expect that to happen. So he's like this. Dalian comes out, he's in the shower, he thinks nobody can hear him. So you can hear the water, and he's going, fat bastard. Worst manager I've ever played for in my life. It's my fault. Sort your tactics out, you big fat bastard. We can all hear everything. You can hear a pin drop. So Ron bursts, he has to go in, bursts in the shower, Aston Villa shirt and tie on. Dalian's got shampoo in his hair under the shower, right? Can't see. Full-scale brawl. They're throwing punches at each other. Dalian's slipping everywhere. Can't see. On the soap. And Ron's throwing punches. Andy Townsend runs in front of me to break the fight up. Breaks the fight up. Honestly, it's the funniest thing I've seen in football to this day. Ron's hair was all the way down his left arm. He couldn't get it back on his fucking head. So we're all running in and running back out laughing like little fucking his fucking barnet. So he goes, Jim, you've only been in a fight and you're all ruffled. He went, Jim, towel, Jim, towel. Jim, if I try and pick him next week, stop me picking him. He's a fucking disgrace. He's fighting with his own manager. I'm not having this. He goes, Gaff, it's half time. You've got to get the players back out on the pitch. He went, you're right, Jim. Right, calm down, everyone. John Fashion, go and get warmed up. He is never playing again. He is never playing for this. Fash, go and get warmed up. Fash gets his pads, his wet top. It's taking ages. We're all sitting there don't pick your head up. Hurry up and get out, Fash. Fash walks out the door there, slow shutting the door. As the door shuts behind him, Ron went, that's how bad it's got. He hates him, doesn't he? So we're walking on the pitch, not like you do when you've been hammered by the Sunday League manager. We're walking, fucking hell, he's hammered you there, Ray, your legs are gone. What about you? At least I'm playing next week. What about you, Dwight? 7 cramps on the fucking pig. What about you, Till? He's hammered Carol, he misses. Jumped up Aussie. Fucking hell, he's hammered all of us. I told Fash, didn't I, what he said? He shouldn't have, but I told Fash. We only win 2-0, and Fash scores 2. So what's he do? Ron now. Right, this is where he was brilliant. We've won 2-0, we're playing Man United next week, and he's personally abused all of us. How's he going to get us back on side? So what he does a Mourinho at the side of the track. He's under the canopy at Villa Park, waiting for the whistle to go. Right, so we've all clapped the fans. I'm first off. And as I pick my head up to go under the canopy, Ron's there, isn't he? Dino, did I ever tell you you're my hero? Get yourself ready for next week, son. Your first name on the sheet. In you come. Ray Houghton's in. Ray, the legs are still there, pal. The legs are still there. In you come. Earl the Pearl. In you come. Teely walks in. He went, Teely, tell Carol I love her. Only joking, pal. She's bring when he comes to us. In you come. Dwight, whatever you're shagging, keep shagging him, son. Paul McGrath, Paul, whatever you're drinking, fucking keep drinking it. We're walking and Fash is giving it all out. He's in Gladiator, isn't he? He's giving it all out in the centre circle. He's giving it karate kicks and clapping the fans because he scored 2. And I said, lads, I've told him what he said. So all of them are going in their dressing room. It's that funny now. We're all waiting outside the dressing room for the next player to come in because he's just hysterical. So he's waiting for Fash. So I go, wait, what's he going to say here? So as Fash walks in, he claps the fans above the canopy, puts his head down. Ron's there. He knows he knows he hates him. He goes, you're not filming me, are you? He'll get Jay, don't film me. So he goes, here he comes, Fash. Like, you can see Ron thinking. He goes, Fash, what a player, and what a fucking substitution by me. Fash went, get out my way before I rip your fucking head off, you fat bastard. Aggression, brilliant. That's why I sang it. Anyway, that was our build-up to the cup final. And for me, I went Villa to Galatasaray. My son was born there. My wife was 8 months pregnant when I went. She didn't know I was going to sign, but I signed, and my son was born there. He's 21. Can't believe it, 21. Plays for Notts County now. And then I went Forest, Sheffield United to Benfica when I was 34. Signed for Bradford, something similar. And then I went assistant manager at Blackburn, assistant manager at Newcastle, manager at Wrexham, manager of Doncaster, manager of Wolves, 3.5 months, got sacked. Manager of Chesterfield, 4.5 months, got sacked. So seeing as you haven't booed me off, I'm going to work with Alan Brazil and carry on doing this.